than that of top lane, and Victor just plays defensively. But again, DragonX, they are born in sin with their team composition. A lot of control and also smoke and mirrors with obviously the Kindred ultimate, the set able to pull someone out of the Lamb's Respite and try to execute them there.
Not to mention, like, you can also put a Chaos Storm on top of the Lamb's Respite, and if you do it late enough, then if your opponent stays in it, well, then they just die after that small heal goes off towards the end. And certainly a lot of answers here as far as the Kindred is concerned, but a lot of what Kindred is her control of the game at the very beginning. That has learned that the draft phase is very important, and they've obviously put a lot of time and effort into it. It's a very scary T1, one that we were used to seeing in 2019. Let's see what's going to come of game number 2 after they're already up 1-0 in this series against DragonX.
Starting things off, we'll have to see how low early and mid-game, like compared to game number 1. And Faker looks like he's greeting for that 1 CS.
Chovy gonna find Cuz as the Cloud Drake is taken here by Pyosik. He gave up a fight. Actually finds Cuz with a lot of his buttons on cooldown. I don't know whether he knows that exactly, but Pyosik picks up his other mark and gets it for free. Is now Ornhorn towards the top side. Doran gonna get knocked up, but the Haymaker's going to eat a lot of that damage, and DragonX get the inside track now. Cuz getting chased down by Pyosik, but he has that Hail of Blades. The ult has to be invested. Chaos Storm gets the rest of DragonX out of here as Pyosik. I don't think he's going to have any chance to do anything, as the heal from Carrier was pretty close, but he needed that Dance of Arrows back available once again and did not have it. As T1...
Fusion. If he ends up going Triforce.
We'll see where he actually decides to go. I think Sterix into Guardian Angel is more likely, just because it's the more consistent build. Getting a Trinity Force as a jungler, especially now, although I guess it's 10.3, so maybe a little bit better. But that's mostly for experience. Def just wanders over, gets a fair bit of damage there onto Effort.
Well,
1 more minute as there's, okay.
Oh,
Def taking way too much damage here, but bullet time and in combo with the rest of his buttons, and this should mean that these turret plates are going to be taken, and Pyosik actually looking for a bit of a fight here as Wolf jumps out. Chovy looking to try and dive in. Effort just gets popped. Good night, Sweet Prince. And the Chrono Break is going to bring him out of there.
And this is what in solo queue we like to call bot gap.
Yeah.
As now on the mirror, Deft and Kyria, they've won their lane yet again.
And they won it in the counter matchup this time.
Yes. Well, this is
and start claiming back-to-back Infernal Drakes. That's called exponential scaling. If you get 4 of them, that's a big deal. As Doran gets the Facebreaker, but there's the Ornhorn. He may have to flash, and he does so. I believe had the Haymaker available, but wasn't going to be taking any extra damage after the flash out over the wall. So getting Doran, you don't have that fear anymore of after I'm gone. I mean, what do I do? After I'm not a pro player anymore, what's my career path? And a player of Faker's caliber absolutely deserves it, as we have Infernal Drake going down and possibly a fight. Great Dub Binding is going to land as Cuz takes a fair bit of damage, and Chovy is looking for him. Remember, oh my god, that was fantastic. Gets out of the way of Canna's charge, avoids the knockup with the Proto Belt. And dances on in.
Yeah.
Don't catch anyone.
This game...
That's not what we're going to be talking about, is speaking of Ornn, it's going to get bound. Pyosik finds a fair bit of damage there. Ornn has been blown. Who is going to be the target? Looks like Carrier, who is going to get knocked up, but immediately goes into the Zhonya's. He's protected by Deft as well, and then flashes out. Now the re-engage. Pyosik throws down the ult at the last minute. Fantastic timing on that one as everyone gets into the Lamb's Respite, but now Cuz looking for it. No, not enough. The burst damage from Chovy will do it, and now Faker gets launched at by Dora, and the Superplex and the Dark Binding at max range from Carrier lands on the god of the mid lane himself, and he will be taken down. Now Canna trying to run away, tries to juke. The Dark Binding once again, there is Chovy. Not quite enough damage. Def now taking matters into his own hands, but Teddy gets on the other side. The flash is going to be answered, and now Canna, he's running. He's hoping that Def doesn't spot him because this man is angry. Blue buff is there. Will he find the kill? Oh, Teddy with the ult is going to keep himself alive, as now Chovy just dashes over the wall.
An ace into Baron. Realistically,
Well, they're going to have to go for this one, and they want to try and fight before this goes down, because otherwise there's so much extra damage. Cuz going to take that one away. Ornhorn is big. Into the backline is Deft. Oh, the last-minute Lamb's respite, but he's still so incredibly low. Gets the heal, gets the shield, but it's not going to be enough. Doran takes down the Zyra in the backline, though, and now it's even footing, but Pyosik is an AD carry. He's hunting after Cuz, though, as now we go down to the 3 versus 3 bottom side. Chovy was looking for effort. Faker gets himself into position, and Carrier is just going to be taken down like old news. Chovy dancing around this one, will find Faker. Timewinder comes in, and there's the phase rush looking for Cannon now as Effort gets over the wall. The flash from Doran. Going to follow up and grab that kill, and in the meantime, Pyosik had dealt with Xin Zhao off to the side of your screen. And DragonX, they lose the dragon, but they win the fight.
They lose the dragon, they win the team fight, and they have the option to just run over to Baron. A little bit surprised that they didn't, given that Deft was coming up. There's the blasting cone inside the red side jungle.
Blue trinkets going out, parallel convergence in there. Effort only just able to escape with the grand entrance.
It's such a hard approach right now if you're a T1 fan. Deft doing a fantastic job at getting so much damage.
Another parallel convergence as Faker almost caught out in it. But Gravity Field comes in. Effort! Oh, standing in the wrong places. The Chrono Break does a lot of damage as Bullet Time not going to be interrupted, and Cuz dies as an afterthought. And now the Infernal Soul, the giant superplex into the backline. And Pyosik stands on his Lamb's Respite and says, thanks for the chaos. I don't mind about it. We just won the team fight, and this could just be Baron or maybe another team fight for the end of the game.
I mean, with Infernal Soul, I think the game pretty much is over.
Yeah.
Atlas. The scaling for T1 isn't coming in the way that you would hope. And what I mean by that is that non-ideal Ornn items are the ones that ended up being purchased. Obviously, you have Luden's Pulse there. You're going to have the Obsidian Cleaver, not the Trinity Fusion. We're going to a game number 3.
It's exactly what we wanted out of these.
Really obnoxious in regards to how many mix-ups and smoke and mirrors. And Chovy was able to create such a diversion before that fight. The Infernal Soul ends up going down. Kindred's ultimate, very hard to handle unless you're on even footing or ahead of her. And so DRX, we're just waiting for the inevitable endgame push, but in game number 1, remember that despite how large of a draft win T1 had, a lot of those fights were still pretty close.
And mechanically, DragonX played them out about as best as they could. They just unfortunately had the wrong champions allowed onto the Rift.
This is one of the big concerns is, how does T1 actually do if they don't have a draft? Okay, well that hurt. I did.
Yeah, so did I. Teddy certainly did. He's down to 400 health. That should mean that this turret is taken down as Deft uses his Bloodthirster shield to tank that one up. Cuz not going to be found by a Dark Binding or anything like that as Pyosik puts Wolf over the wall. Kind of going to get bit by him just a little. He's a tanky Ornn. He should be alright as Chovy dashes in over the side, trying to find a stun. Doesn't get it, but they do get the turret. Now T1, all 5 members trying to defend this inhibitor, but I don't think they're going to. I don't think that's the target that they want to keep alive. Want to try and fight underneath the turret if you're going to fight at all, but it just looks like the whole castle is falling down around them. Binding doesn't find Faker, but Carrier can fish for them as much as he likes. Wolf running around these Nexus turrets. Chovy tanking up turret shots because he just doesn't mind.
Yeah. They just have so much damage. I mean, Chovy, level 18, Faker, 16. Chovy has teleport available.
Yep, he's going to be able to teleport back in. Does so to keep this minion alive. Deft, you know, you can get a couple of autos there if you would like to, as Chovy goes golden before pressing his R button, and in goes Doran. Gigantic damage. Carrier's the first one to go down as Teddy, actually a huge blade caller, but I think they're just too far ahead as the Lamb's Respite comes forward. Pyosik gets a bunch of heals back, and T1, they lose their jungler, they lose their support, and it looks like they've lost hope in this game as well. Scanner down to about half. Deft does a lot of damage. Chovy's in here as well, and Pyosik, a secondary AD carry here in this one. All 3 of the inhibitors have been taken out. T1 still desperately holding on to these nets, and just grabs himself the rapid fire cannon. We got BF sword and a crit cloak in for Pyosik, as it's Zeal item Infinity Edge as the follow-up. Exactly what you want to be doing on this Kindred. This cannon now getting closed in on Bellow's Breath was good. Searing Charge also working, but he's not as tanky as some of the Orns that we've seen, as Pyosik throws down his ultimate and understands that they can hold this line. First Nexus turret goes down. Second will follow as now Chovy, he's got the ultimate. He's not scared at all, even though he's at low health. And now he's looking to try and close the gap. Effort in trouble. Doran throws the haymaker at him. No one dead on DRX's side, but some of them going low. Pyosik in trouble as bullet time obliterates Faker as revenge for taking down the young jungler. And DragonX will bring us to a game number 3. Exactly what we wanted out of these two teams.
And so